Two promises. One, I will not make this video longer than it needs to be. No sponsors in between. I respect your time and I will try to give you good ROI on it. Two, I won't be sharing the same generic Chrome extensions that you've heard of before. So you won't hear me say Grammarly. I will only share those tools that I use myself, and I'm confident that you will leave this video with at least 4 extensions that you've not heard of before, but it will make you more productive. And yes, AI is included in the list. To not waste more time, let's get started with number 1, Blackbox. Blackbox is a great tool, but it's paid. So please be aware. For me, it's always a good investment because I can share it with the team. So it does not only make me more productive, but it makes the whole team more productive. I use it mainly to copy tags from web pages that doesn't allow me to use Ctrl+C and videos, which saves a lot of time. Side note, it is extremely useful for developers because you can easily copy code from, let's say, a YouTube video that they watch. So I've also noticed that the tool is mainly used by developers. Number 2, Everything Metric. It's a great tool that automates the conversion of metrics and units into my local metric system. I really like that, and I use it a lot because I'm active in the physical products industry. I have to deal with a lot of product dimensions, product weight, etc. So it's really useful to get this extension for me because it automatically shows me the right conversion. Number 3, Weblyzer. A lovely spy tool to see how websites are made. For example, using Squarespace. It's great to see if a website is made using, for example, WordPress in combination with Elementor Pro, or maybe even WooCommerce, or to see if it's made used by Webflow in combination with MemberStack, Shopify or ClickFunnels. It does not always show you, by the way, how the website is made, what kind of software is used. However, you can see most of the apps and widgets they use, what kind of tools is used on the website that is discoverable by the tool. So it's very useful because you can use those same apps on your web shop as well if you know that that company is doing great things, or that you know that they A/B test a lot and that they really like this tool or get a lot of results from it. So it's a very useful tool for that. You can also see what kind of apps and widgets they use or what kind of pixels they installed on their website. You can see a lot of insightful information if you know and like the competitor or like the website. What I do is when I see a great website that is designed very well, I want to know how they build it, what kind of software did they use or code did they use. For example, Webflow. I love to see those patterns across different very good looking websites, but at the same time you can see, and I often look at the apps they use to, for example, convert their customers. So that's a really useful tool. If they're using Shopify, which you can see right away with Weblyzer, it always analyzes that and recognizes Shopify stores. If it uses Shopify stores, I highly recommend Koala Inspector, which is another Chrome extension which gives you more insights into the Shopify web shop itself. Great tool, check it out. Number 4, Video Speed Controller. This one is one magical for me. It's one of the best ones in this list because it saves me tremendous amount of time. I watch a lot of content, I educate myself a lot, and this tool helps me to focus even more. It's something you won't expect, but I've noticed with myself that I get bored when the videos, when they talk so slow and, you know, these long intros, which I try to prevent. So I try to make sure it's very condensed in my videos, but you get the idea. And this tool really helps me to stay focused, but at the same time saves me a lot of time because I can watch 2 videos in the same time as one. It's a free tool, and I've made it mandatory for my team to use it always when watching videos, for example, from my side or from anyone else in the team that makes SOPs or instruction videos, whatever it may be. They need to watch it on a higher speed, ideally on 2. And if you're a business owner, I would definitely recommend making this tool mandatory in your team as well, because it will not only save you time, but it will save them time and they will be focused more. Talking about teams, Tango is the 5th Chrome extension in the list, and it's a great tool for employees or even business owners to document the steps they take for a specific task or to create SOPs. Lovely tool. Another alternative is Scribe. I prefer Tango. It's a really great tool. Check it out. Number 6, Newsfeed Eradicator. Thank you, Claire, for recommending this tool. She's one of my employees. And this tool really prevents me from getting exposed to distractions. And as mentioned in the book Atomic Habits, to break a bad habit, you have to make it 1, invisible, 2, unattractive, 3, difficult, and 4, unsatisfying. This tool really helps me to make it invisible and difficult because I don't see the posts on the platforms I use the most, which for me is definitely YouTube and LinkedIn. I don't see the post right away when I jump on those platforms. It makes it difficult because you then have to click on like 5 minute, 10 minutes limit to be able to see the post, which is really great because it transforms conscious decisions and I can think about it and prevent it. At the same time, the time limit also helps because at the end of the day, I can say, okay, I want to check LinkedIn, but only for 5 minutes to see any valuable posts, maybe things I can learn, industry news, whatever it may be. So the time limit is really useful as well. Number 7 is definitely LastPass. I think you know this tool or this category, password managers, already, but it's a great time saver when it comes to password management. Great thing is it's free and probably also more secure than your current system. Currency Converter Pro, any of that sake, but I really like the interface of this one. Really useful too. I use it daily because it's really helpful to convert quickly currencies, definitely when working with a remote team, or in my case also businesses with a lot of different currencies involved. Number 9, and this is more of an honorable mention because I don't use this tool at the moment. I have used it and my team still uses it, which is called Bardeen. And Bardeen is definitely a great tool to save a lot of the time in your business, or maybe not even in a business, because you can automate your tasks very quickly. So what we used it for is, for example, scraping competitors on Amazon, their title, their price, their amount of reviews, the rating of the reviews. Scrape them from the first 3 pages with 1 click, matter of 10 seconds, all in Google Sheets, which is really useful in our case to analyze competition and see if a product makes sense to buy, etc. Great tool. You have a lot of use cases, a lot of playbooks. Check it out. It's really interesting. By the way, if you're thinking, who is this guy? I'm Jordan and I'm building companies from scratch to $1 billion valuation. And I'm just sharing the journey and the things that work for me. All right, let's go to the last one. Timer. I will keep it short because I just check my Google Calendar each morning. I set alarms throughout the day for appointments, for meetings I have, reminders, etc. So I'm never late. Talking about getting late, it's time to end the video. Thanks for listening. Follow me on Instagram to see more behind the scenes on my journey, and see you on the next one. Stay strong.